it was cloudy. The temperature was 32 degrees. At Allentown, it was cloudy. The temperature was 36 degrees. The wind was gusting to 32. At Harrisburg, it was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 38 degrees. At Philadelphia, it was cloudy. The temperature was 45 degrees. At Monticello, snow was falling with a temperature of 26. At New York City, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 39. At Binghamton, snow and fog were reported with a temperature of 20. Snow was falling with a temperature of 22 at Bradford and 25 at Pittsburgh. At Altoona, it was cloudy with a temperature of 28. In southern New Jersey, rain was falling and the temperatures were 43 degrees. South into Maryland, skies ranged from mostly cloudy to cloudy. It was 34 at Hagerstown and 40 at Baltimore. Repeating, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton Airport, the temperature was 30 degrees. The local Pennsylvania climate summary is at 5 p.m., February 17, 2023. So far, the high temperature has been 59 degrees, which occurred at 9:33 a.m.
Alrighty, my friends, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back here to another stream here for today. We got ourselves some updates here for you on this fine evening. Hope everyone is doing all right. Let's go ahead and see who is here for today. We have ourselves Whitney, we have Angelina, we have Haley, we have Mark. Let's see, we also have Moo, we have Cool, we have Fairless. Let's see, we have, I don't know if I said Haley. What's up, Haley? Hope you're doing good. Ryan's here. Let's see, Proxy here with a $30 super chat. Holy cow, Proxy. What's up? Hope you're doing good, Proxy. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for that. That's super sweet as always. Saying good to be here. Let's forecast with Andrew and the mods. Definitely sounds like a plan to me there, Proxy. Once again, thank you so much. Let's see, Time to Kill's here. We have Christopher. What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing all right. Glad to have you guys here. Let's see, Jonathan's here as well. What's up, everybody? Let's see, Gina is here. Let's see, Achana is here. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have y'all here for today. So, as you may or may not know by the title, we do have a big system we do need to watch out for. It's actually been popping up in the models here for the last few days. It's just we really haven't had time to really talk about it because of the the severe weather event, which you can see here. That cold front is mostly moving it out of the way here. That was the system that drove all the severe weather and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see here, essentially all of that activity has pretty much diminished and moved out of the way. No longer producing any hazards here, which is really good. Yeah, hopefully everything was okay. Hopefully, obviously, prayers goes out to the family that was affected. I actually want to see how many tornadoes were reported out of this. This is something I did not look out before we dive into what's expected here. I wanted to look here. So for yesterday, I'll bring you guys over here with me on this. So for yesterday, we had a total of 9 tornado reports. Apparently, we had them across. So tornadoes were reported yesterday, being the 16th. So tornadoes were reported across Mississippi and Georgia, from what it looks like, which is interesting. Let's see. We have another. Yeah, look at this. We actually have ourselves for the 15th. We had that here. Let's see. Ryan here with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Ryan. Saying, how was the winter storm looking for Aberdeen, South Dakota area? So, Ryan, we'll get to you here in 1 second. Once again, thank you. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, there was one tornado reported here in northern Arkansas, which was pretty interesting. But, Ryan, thank you so much. You as well, Proxy. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you so much. Anyways, but yeah, let's go ahead and drive on into this. So we're going to go ahead and set up this right now, my friends. We're going to go ahead and move over to the forecast models. Because, like I said, we have had ourselves... We've had ourselves, a bit of support here, as we're going to be seeing here in the last little bit. So Ryan, first off, yeah, we'll get to you here. So first of all, I need to see where Aberdeen's at. Let's see, Aberdeen, you said South Dakota, right? Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is right here. Okay, this is basically northeastern South Dakota. So first off, we're taking a look here at the GFS model. This stands for the Global Forecast System. This is a long-range American model, okay? So anyways, we track our way down here in time with this. Obviously, things are pretty much clear for the next few days or so. However, look what happens. You notice it's across the Northwest. This is for the 21st, so this is about 4 days out or so. We get a big kick of moisture coming down from the Northwest. So basically, we get a lot of moisture driving its way down in this direction. So coming from the northwest, moving down to the southeast. Now, this is going to be driving a lot of snow for those upper elevations, but look what happens as we track a little bit further. So all of that, all that precipitation is going to be driving its way basically eastward. We get a low pressure system that develops across areas here of the Rockies, but look at how much snow potentially could be on this system. It is ridiculous to look at. It is actually really, really crazy. So, anyways, for you, my friend, for you, my friend Ryan, yeah, you look like you're going to be really impacted. I mean, if this does play out to what the models are showing now, this looks like it could seriously, probably pack a punch here for you, showing some pretty heavy snowfall. This will be happening here essentially for you, kind of starting here on the late 21st, according to the models, according to GFS here. Then tracking down, obviously this is probably going to be a multi-day event from what it looks like. And also, like I said, this is also going to be a concern here is look at this. So here towards like areas of southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, areas here towards, Michigan. Yeah, those areas there, that right there, my friends, is, kind of looking a little bit concerning. Maybe, like I said, once again, this is just one model's opinion here, but it's just a little concerning. Considering that this is showing a lot of ice, a lot of sleet, a lot of freezing rain, and all that stuff here, which is definitely concerning. Ice is way more impactful, way more impactful than snowfall is. So as you may or might not know, because obviously that's gonna be a big concern. But look at this. This system is absolutely enormous. If this thing decides it wants to play out here, I mean, it is actually pretty crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh that page. It's starting to glitch a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we get this tracking down in time. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any severe weather on this. That's something we're also going to check here later on today in the models. But it's just really crazy to see that system. And really anything after that I don't like to trust. Because, it is still a few days out. Yeah, it is still a few days out here. But you know what? Like I said, obviously this is, this is more of a... more of a thing we got to be watching over the next few days. I mean, it's been popping up in the models, here for the last little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that for that. Let's see here. How does the part that goes over North Texas look? Or how does the part that goes over North Texas look? Let's see here. So northern Texas. According to this here, yeah, you're probably gonna be pretty dry here for the most part. Except if you're talking for these areas, this part of northern. If you're talking like the Panhandle, yeah, it's kind of dry for the most part. That's what I was saying. I don't know if that's gonna have enough energy to produce severe weather. Which let me actually bring this over to the European model. We need to compare these really quickly. So the European model, the latest one that came out here, this one does not go out that far. This is every other model does not go out as far for some reason. But here we go. So this is the previous model here for today. And once again, I mean, you can see that obvious support of that monstrous system here. This one does show a pretty well-defined cold front on it, right in there. Which also does impact areas of Texas. That's kind of what the GFS was saying too. Which, let me dive into that here. We're going to switch over to the mixed layer cape. Now, this is basically just thunderstorm fuel. Think of this as, once again, I really like to compare this to, like, the fuel in your gas tank for your car. If you don't have any gas, you're not going anywhere. Kind of the same thing. This is the gas for these thunderstorms here. Well, you know what? I mean, there is looking like there's enough instability there. Yeah, nearly 1,000 joules per kilogram, which, like I said, I'm not expecting you guys to know what that means, but you know what? That is definitely looking like enough energy in the atmosphere to actually fire off maybe some thunderstorms and maybe perhaps severe storms. Let me just grab a sounding here really quickly. I'm just curious to see what this has to talk about. Very big cap. You see that big, that big spike right there in the temperatures? That could be a problem. That could prevent these storms from firing off. But this is just an early signature here. The winds look to be in place here, so who knows? I mean, maybe a bit of severe weather could also occur on this. I mean, it has a lot of instability moving all the way up here towards the Midwest region, actually, which is a bit interesting. But from what it looks like in the early views, at least what the European model has to say is that there's a bit of a cap in effect here, which might prevent these storms from actually trying to fire off. However, look at this. Yeah, instability. Actually, possibly... yeah, there might be enough instability to actually fire off some storms, towards the Midwest region. That theoretically could happen. But, once again, that is just something we're going to need to watch out here for. Let's see here. Ryan says, thank you. I trust you more than our local weather people. You're always hyping these storms up for nothing. Well, thank you, Ryan. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for you, my friend, I mean, it's something we just got to watch out here for. Here's more of a localized view. Once again, according to what these models have to say. Here's the GFS. So we track our way down here in time. Obviously, you're right there towards, right there, you're in Aberdeen. You can see right there. Future radar here kind of showing some of that snow really starting to kind of hit here. Maybe for maybe for like the afternoon here of the 21st, and then the second wave hits here on the 22nd through the 23rd, and then moves out. While the European model kind of shows, yeah, honestly, kind of the same thing here in a way. For the 21st, first round moves through. Then for the 22nd into the 23rd, that other round moves through. Now, obviously, accumulations at this point is a little too far-fetched. We really can't look at the accumulations right now because it's just a little too, way too early, actually. Because, obviously the track on this system is still being worked out here between the models and everything like that. But just out of curiosity, let's just see how much snow might happen. Now, once again, do not trust what you're about to see here. The snow is, this snow accumulations is, probably not going to play out the way it shows right now. But there is areas that might see well over a foot according to this. But once again, it's still way too early to actually take these seriously at the moment. But just really interesting to see that. That's GFS there. European model showing the possibility here. Let's see, we're gonna track this a little further down in time. Let's see. Yeah, no, European model. Actually, there's a decent amount of agreement here. Yeah. However, the European model shows more snow for the north, essentially. But yeah, that's still going to be worked out, but that still shows over a foot. I mean, once again, though, this is still, like, what? Several days out. This is still nearly, this is for next Thursday. It's going to be mostly happening for next Thursday. So, obviously, we still have, yeah, quite a few days before this hits here, But anyways, yeah, it's just a little curious to see how that plays out. Now, something I've not looked at is the GDPS. This is the Canadian model here. This is their take on this storm here. The Canadian model here supports, let's see, tracking our way down in time. Wow, no way. So yeah, well, you know what? This is popping up in all the major models this early, which if that happens, that's usually a good sign that this thing is likely going to happen here. Honestly, I give this thing a good probability of actually happening. I'd say at least an 85-90% chance of this system kicking out from what it's been saying here. But holy cow, dude, that looks like that could definitely pack a punch here. And I'm sure the winds on that thing, those gusty winds. I mean, you've seen that strong gradient line here. Let me show you really quickly. So with this system here, you see all these lines that go like this? That is your pressure gradient that drops 2 millibars every single line. So the more you get close to the low pressure system, the more lower the pressure gets. But that's just a big drop in pressure over a pretty short distance. And with that being said, being a strong wind gradient or a strong pressure gradient, I can guarantee those winds are going to be pretty daggone strong out of this system here. And look at that. Yep. Honestly, yeah, some of these areas here may be seeing 30, 40 miles an hour according to the... look at that, 30, 40 mile an hour according to the Canadian model, which, honestly, I mean, mixing in those heavy snows, mixing in with that heavy snow and all that stuff, and if those wind gusts, actually verify and they do pull out here, I honestly think we might be able to see maybe some blizzard conditions out of this storm if it does play out. Once again, this is still kind of a work in progress storm here, but definitely is it's been popping, that's for sure. Let's see, let's show GFS here. GFS wind gusts here. This one will let's see, we're gonna wait for this to load here for a minute. We're tracking our way down in time here. Alright, here we go. So the GFS model. Wow. Yeah, GFS supports maybe 30, 40 mile an hour winds there. So anyways, but we're gonna watch out for that. Yeah, we're gonna continue to keep an eye out for this system here. This thing might be, this thing might just produce quite a system here. I tell you what, like I said, this is a pretty well-defined storm too. I mean, like I said, if this thing plays out, from what it looks like, if you play it in motion, it looks like, according to the GFS model, kind of two systems merging. I don't know if you've noticed that here. Which, let me kind of play this in motion. So, if I grab my pen here to kind of show you, it looks like the Pacific jet stream. It looks like a big Pacific blast of just more moisture, essentially. Which is interesting. Like I said, we had the low pressure here, a lot of moisture across the northwest. So it looks like we're having a merging of two systems. I don't know if you guys can see this. If I play it down in time, so first of all, look where my first arrow is at the bottom. You see how there's a bit of moisture pulls its way through there. And then the big area there, they just both kind of merge into one another right over the Midwestern United States. Which that right there, that's that right there, guys, I think that's going to be supplying a lot of the moisture. That's probably the reason why this snow is going to be, first of all, so big, is because of, you know, the Pacific jet stream and that blast from the northwest. I think that's going to seriously, yeah, that's going to seriously alter those seriously alter those the snowfall amounts. Let's see, there's that low pressure system there, and then we have the other one across the Midwest. Yeah, those two are going to basically merge across the Midwest regions here. You know, turning into one system, one system at O. But like I said, it looks like a lot of ice. I mean, it's not just the GFS. I mean, it's not just the GFS. It's not just the European model. It's all those models. You know, all the main models here. You know, you can see there's a lot of orange and a lot of orange, and there's a lot of pinks and purples popping up in here. Like I said, that's showing, the purple is kind of showing more of that sleet, more of that, you know, obviously little ice pellets, which accumulates to ice. And then you have the kind of orange color. Like I said, obviously the orange there kind of showing more of that freezing rain, which falls, it looks like rain, it falls like rain, but the thing is that it literally, yeah, at that point, it literally just hits the ground and freezes. And especially out of that. Now, something I want to know is those temperatures going to be affected out of this thing? I'm sure that it is. Oh yeah, no, look at that. That's gonna blast. Wow, dude, that's gonna bring some really brutal temperatures for the north. Holy cow! Look at that. -20s according to GFS here. That's just a that's a suggestion from the GFS, but still, holy cow, dude, that's a lot of cold air moving down here. That's not even wind chill. Let's see, what is the wind chill here? I'm sure it's gonna be here we go. I'm sure that wind chill is gonna be even more brutal. Let's see here. Okay, with the system rolling through here. Oh wow, look at that wind chill of -40 for areas of like the Dakotas, maybe. So that's for you there, Ryan. I don't know if you're still here, Ryan, or not, but obviously, yeah, that might be something to watch out there for too. For that too, is those wind chill factors. Like that is going to seriously be quite impactful, and that's going to be bitterly cold. And you know that's probably going to be yeah, that's not good. That could definitely cause some frostbite in as little as those temperatures here, which is crazy, which is definitely really crazy. So, anyways, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, guys. We'll have to definitely watch out for that, all of that craziness. Like I said, the winds out of the sky too is going to be pretty strong, actually. Like I said, here's a wind gust. Let's see. No, we're gonna pull up a wind gust here. Here we go. Yeah, the wind gust out of this here, according to GFS, is you know, could be clocking in. I mean, pretty windy across a lot of the country. Look at that, Midwest regions here. Yeah, Midwest Ohio Valley, maybe 40, 50 mile an hour winds there. That's pretty crazy. Let's see here. Ben Joy says, "Hey there, NWW. How will Toronto be affected by this storm here?" So Toronto, you know, obviously you can see right around in here, you know, around this time frame. This is for the late 23rd, according to GFS. Anyways, once again, this is just one model here. Yeah, you could be seeing those wind gusts, maybe 40 to 50, maybe perhaps 60 mile an hour wind gusts, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, definitely is quite crazy. You know, that's something we should probably watch out there for you. Now, as a reference to what the precipitation could bring for you, honestly looks a lot like maybe starting out as snow, according to GFS here. You can kind of see right around in there, starting off as snow, maybe turning into more of a mixture precipitation, then maybe just some rain, then it cools down quite a bit. So that's kind of that. Let's see, European model for Toronto here. Yeah, this one's kind of in the same agreement mode. Probably just starting off there as maybe starting off as snow, and then eventually turning down into turning down into you know, maybe some of that mixture precipitation there, which is definitely pretty crazy. Let's see, Moo. Is Moo's your birthday? What's up? And happy birthday, Moo. Let's see here. All Alone Prepper says, sad that Flagstaff, Arizona's gotten over 60 inches of snow, and me Eastern Tennessee's received 3 inches yet this year. Dude, you're lucky to had your 3 inches. I've had nothing. Okay, now we've had snow in Kentucky, but I've been in Florida for the most of winter. And actually, the thing is, it was actually snowing today in Kentucky. Which if I switch back over to the radar view, you can actually see that there's a few little snow showers moving over my location here, towards Louisville a little bit ago. But anyways, yeah, I mean that's that. Yeah, and in the current radar view, we have all that precipitation moving off right now. We got a bit of snow, pretty much exiting areas of Maine. But yep, that's the last of that system there that drove all that crazy weather. Yeah, that cold front there is decaying quite a bit. Is decaying, as you can see, is that line is just kind of dying out, which is good. So that we're no longer going to see any more. We're no longer going to see any more, severe weather out of this, which is good news. Let's see. Caden wants me to take a look here at 51250. All right, got you covered here, my friend. So this is across Iowa, northwestern areas. Well, first off, right now it's pretty clear since we're on the since we're on that. But yeah, so according to the European model, yeah, you're probably gonna. I mean, depending on what happens. Now, once again, this could still definitely change. This will most certainly change by the time it gets here for the 22nd through the 23rd and out on the 24th. For right now, the European model is suggesting a lot of mixture precipitation, not necessarily pure snowfall. Probably in the form of, maybe some sleet, maybe some freezing rain along those standards. The GFS, the long-range American model here, kind of supports maybe, honestly, kind of the same thing. Honestly, that mixture of precipitation, maybe some sleet, maybe some freezing rain, could be mixing in, which that's something we should probably watch out there for. Let's see here. Let's see. Colton says, "Hey Andrew, I'm a bit under the weather right now, but I wanted to pop in and say hello." What's up, Colton? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing all right, and I hope that you are doing all right there, my friend. Let's see here, but that's that. Once again, I mean, this is going to be quite the system here. I mean, look at this. This guy. I mean, this is a long storm too. I mean, like I said, areas in the north. I mean, we're talking like, possibly areas here towards like, north South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, perhaps Nebraska. It looks like areas of Wisconsin is going to see a really lot of, we're probably going to see a lot of heavy snow. And like I said, the reason is because we have this little guy, this little low pressure system down here in the south. This is the main snowmaker right here, but this guy is going to track northeast essentially, and it's just going to add a whole bunch of moisture to this system. So all the cold air and the cold snow is moving east, and this little guy down here is going to be merging with it, and obviously accumulating to the snow. It's going to be merging right over Illinois and Wisconsin, creating a lot more heavier rates essentially. Which is really crazy. Which is really crazy. But anyways, that's what we're looking at. But we'll keep an eye on it. We'll definitely continue to watch it here and all that stuff. But overall, that's that. That's kind of what we're looking at, my friends. Once again, that's kind of a big deal. This thing could definitely cause a lot of problems for next week. Let's see. We're gonna pull up the blend here. Once again, this is just a blend of models. It takes a whole bunch of models and kind of throws them together. Now, once again, the snow is still too early to go off of accumulations. Okay, it's still too early to go off of accumulations and stuff like that because once again, I mean this can definitely still change dramatically. Okay, but anyways, we track our way down here in time. Dude, I mean, according to the blend here, we are in for quite a ride. Some areas here over a foot being possible. But once again, guys, just as a little disclaimer, this is still way too early to go off of. But I mean, the GFS, the American model, the American GFS, and the European ECMWF was talking about the factor that we might see some areas breaking over a foot. As of right now, that does seem possible. And the European model also agrees on that. So all the models we've looked at does agree on some areas here maybe seeing over a foot of snow. Perhaps, towards areas of like, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Dakota's area. Those areas could potentially see over a foot. Now, once again, this is just a suggestion here. Let's see what the ice accumulation is looking like here as a blend. Yeah, like I said, obviously a lot of ice could be a big problem too, especially for more of those like upper Ohio Valley regions, essentially. That could be a big problem. Areas here in the Northeast as well. Proportions of the Midwest. Like I said, that's where the warmer temperatures basically melt the snow before it hits the ground, and obviously, doing that. But that's that. That's kind of what we're looking at. So obviously, ice, in the form of sleet and freezing rain, does seem to be a good probability as well. Let's see the wind gusts out of this guy. Let's see. Here's the blend of wind gusts here, essentially. Yeah, this one's kind of, definitely showing some quite windy conditions here. Yeah, for the portions of like the Dakotas, which, like I said, with that being said, that's kind of around the zone where we're seeing maybe 12 plus inches across some of those regions, but like I said, obviously though, those wind gusts though mixing in with it, this could seriously bring some really, potentially some blizzard conditions, because blizzards, blizzards are not essentially, here's what a lot of people mistake. Blizzards are not about the accumulations, just in its own. They're about, the reduced visibility, the winds on top of them, and, of course, yeah, some of the accumulations. And more of a consistency type of thing. So, between the snowfall, once again, it's just a little bit of an idea here. Between the snowfall, as well as, between the winds and all that stuff, it looks quite probable. Like I said, it definitely looks very probable to be seeing, some heavy wind gusts here. Let's see. So that's that. Once again, those temperatures are definitely going to be quite brutal here. Big old blast of those cold airs will be moving down here for this system here. And look at this. These areas, once again, this is the blend here, right? This is the blend of models. And it's basically showing right on this line right here, these areas will be below 0. According to the blend here, towards areas like, obviously, Montana, areas here towards Wyoming, North, South Dakota, perhaps Nebraska here, and obviously areas here like northern Minnesota, according to the blend of there being at that 0 point or below. Now, of course, with the wind chills, that's going to be bringing down a lot colder. Once again, that was just your normal temperatures outside. According to, like I said, according to the blend here with the wind chills, it's going to be a little bit more brutal. Look at that. Those wind chills are in the negative 20s, negative 30s, which is very, very, very crazy. In which that is, that's going to be frostbite ridden all over it. It's going to be very, not so nice. Really, really not so nice on it. But like I said, also, it's not just the storms and stuff like that. Like I said, also there's also the possibility there of enough energy being injected into the into the country that we might see a bit of severe weather yet again, possibly. It's possible we might see a little bit more activity of severe weather out of the system here for, once again, this is kind of for later on next week, kind of between Wednesday, kicking off there mostly Wednesday and Thursday. Obviously after that, then that's just kind of that, but it looks quite probable, maybe of not just winter weather, but maybe even the possibility there of some severe weather, in terms of severe thunderstorms and stuff like that too. So that's something to keep an eye out there for. Precipitation type out of once again, this is a GFS model. We get a bunch of that moisture moving in across this, the northwest here. I tell you what, we're gonna bring back. That's not what I want to bring out. We're gonna move our view here, kind of across the continental North America region, and just to see the big picture of things here, right? So what's happening is essentially we get this big jet. We got 2 areas of high pressure right now. Currently, kicking off here, we have high pressure across basically the northwestern Atlantic, so there's high pressure there, and we got high pressure there. So it's basically creating like a big high-speed conveyor belt. A lot of moisture right here, you can see along this area, tracking basically eastward for the most part. And as we move down in time here, all of that moisture is going to be basically thrown down. It's basically like a big slide. It's going to be falling down into the northwestern United States. And then what's going to happen there is as we continue to move through, that moisture is going to be actually, we're going to get a little bit more of a little bit more moisture kicking off there from the Pacific. You know, that Pacific jet stream. You see how it kind of drags down here. Obviously, that Pacific jet stream right there, supplying maybe a little bit more moisture here from the south, which, like I said, that could obviously increase those totals. So we got more moisture coming in from these areas here. And obviously, as we track way down and further in time, these two areas will eventually merge into one, with that Pacific moisture, and obviously that that Arctic air. Essentially, they're both going to basically meet across the Midwest region. And like I said, that's obviously going to be potentially bringing a lot of snow. You know, for a lot of the country here. You know, a lot of the northern country. Like I said, the areas of the Northeast could be impacted, areas of the Ohio Valley, I mean, areas here towards the Midwest and the North. I mean, these areas are probably going to be dealing with a lot of potential snowfall. It definitely looks quite possible, you know, which is definitely quite interesting there. But anyways, but that's that. That's what we're looking at here at the moment, in which, honestly, I wonder if we pull up the models right now. I wonder if we're going to see anything on the satellite, or sorry, not the models, the satellite view. We might be able to see, according to the models right now, we may be able to see the early activity of this kicking off at the moment. Let's see, we're going to move over here to the northwest. Lower level water vapor there. Let's see. So we track our way down in time. We're going to put 200 frames on this guy. We're gonna play this here. So honestly, here we go. And there it is. Yeah. No, you can actually see where all that moisture is at right now out of the system here. So we got that counterclock, or sorry, we got that rotation that's going this way, kicking through there. That's I think that's a little area of low pressure. That's going to be that one little guy that sweeps up like this, I'm sure. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, you can see all of that moisture right here, that big jet of moisture that's kicking off right now. All of that is eventually going to be brought down into the United States, and it's going to track its way up here to the north. Which, but like I said, I mean, that's quite interesting. So we're already starting to see the beginning of that. So we got ourselves, you know, low pressure counterclockwise rotation up there, basically a big conveyor belt essentially, and we got that high pressure in place actually right in here. That's right where that high pressure is in place there. And you can actually see how it's just kind of squeezing through. And if, like I said, eventually as the models take this further in time, it's going to be wrapping around and then going down to the south here like this. And then obviously pulling back up north. And then, like I said, we have a little bit of that. Yeah, this low pressure system is going to be driving a bit of that moisture to meet up with it across the Midwest region. So, yeah, like I said, that's definitely quite interesting there. That is definitely very, very interesting to see. You know, the current satellite view and versus what the the models are saying now about this system here. It's just definitely really interesting. And like I said, you can see all that precipitation we were just looking at there on the views, and it just kind of gets drawn in like a big old slide. Basically gets drawn in down here. And then, yep, so then that little low pressure system we have right here spinning off here. This is right here. So that's that Pacific jet stream supplier. So that's where a lot more moisture is going to be drawn in. So that's kind of disconnected there. And it's going to pull up and meet in the Midwest region, driving a lot more snow for possibly areas here towards like Wisconsin and those areas there. That's going to be, that's the next big system here. It's already pulling up here on the models, which is definitely really crazy. See, those isobars are really looking tight. Spin is on. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, steep wind gradient there. I mean, look at that. Right in here in the northwest, you see these little lines there. Those are what we call isobars. Basically, showing you the pressure differential. And basically, the more closer together they are, the more of a higher pressure gradient. Meaning essentially, the more stronger the winds ultimately could get. And that's what I'm saying. You know, a mixture of those winds, a mixture of all of that moisture could obviously, I mean, very, very well obviously could drive some blizzard conditions. You know, obviously mixing in with that, all of that heavy snowfall and all of those tight winds there, those tight pressure gradients areas there, could create some pretty strong wind gusts. I mean, potentially up to 30, 40 miles an hour, which, I mean, it is pretty crazy. You know, it is definitely quite crazy there. I mean, look at that right there. For like the 23rd, I mean, for portions of the north here even, and like I said, obviously for like the Midwest Ohio Valley, maybe 40, 50 mile an hour winds. I mean, could seriously be a result out of this here, which is definitely quite crazy. But like I said, I mean, you can already start to see the puzzle pieces already starting to come together here with that little low pressure system right there kicking off, and that's going to eventually move its way down and move its way up here to towards the Midwest. And then you got that high pressure in place, which is basically right here, where there's a lot of dry air essentially. And then you got that low pressure system that's up here. So basically, it's just basically squeezing a bunch of moisture essentially, like on this big conveyor belt essentially, like basically this big line. So a lot of the moisture is moving up like this, and it's going to kind of hover around and then move its way in like this. And like I said, it's going to meet up with this little guy down here at the same time, which is definitely pretty crazy. It's just definitely going to be really interesting to see once those two air masses converge. And like I said, with the models and what they suggest, once those areas converge, I mean, it's going to be potentially quite brutal. And like I said, once you see that merge there, I mean, not just the GFS model, I mean, the European model and all that, you can see there's that detached low pressure system, there's the main snow driver. They both converge, and you can see how the snow gets a lot more heavier, towards the areas here towards like Wisconsin and moving into areas of Michigan, which is definitely a little interesting here. Like I said, the ECMWF, the European model. Like I said, we can't just look at one model because that's just quite biased. Let's see, we'll switch back over here to the 12Z. But honestly, I'm very shocked at actually how similar these models are playing out right now. First of all, I mean, they show the same thing really happening, and I mean, look at this. So that's kind of another thing there is that with that detached low pressure system there, that might throw some severe weather here across the south. And you can see there's a pretty well-defined little cold front that's driving warm air essentially northward, pulling up from the Gulf of Mexico. So who knows? I mean, even the Gulf of Mexico might have enough moisture to actually even add to it. That's another thing. We could have the Gulf of Mexico playing out in this, although it does not appear to be as much of a thing here. Let's see. We got cloud cover. That's not really what we want to look at there. Precipitable water. Which, I mean, you can see all that there. So we track our way down in time here. Yeah, definitely pretty crazy. Yep, there you go. You can see that big system driving up a lot of moisture. You can actually see that there according to this view. Wow, dude, that's pretty crazy. That is actually really crazy. Let's see here. But like I said, everybody, if you have any questions, I mean, feel free to let us know. We're gonna be here for you. I'm gonna make sure you guys are staying safe out there. We're gonna do what we can do to make sure you guys are prepared out of this. Anyways, as a view, I want to look at here. I want to dive more into that severe weather probability. We're gonna bring our way over to the models here real quickly. Let me switch views to this guy. We're going to pull back up the GFS here for a moment because, like I said, there's been some concerns of more severe weather, more potential thunderstorm activity. So this is basically the thunderstorm fuel. Like I said, this is basically the thunderstorm fuel, essentially. This is what we call ML CAPE, which CAPE stands for Convective Available Potential Energy. And with that being said, that is showing us that there is... like I said, that is basically showing us that we are seeing, enough energy in the atmosphere to allow for thunderstorms and maybe perhaps severe thunderstorms to fire off here. And this is for the 22nd, apparently, the late 22nd, early 23rd. Perhaps, enough instability across like Louisiana, maybe Mississippi again, which is possible. Let's see. We're going to drop down and run to 12Z. I want to see that still supports it. Do another drop. Yeah, a little bit different there, but still does show a little bit of instability there. Seems like the latest runs have been showing more and more energy available for thunderstorms, which is crazy. Anyways, but that's that. Let's see here. Fairless says, "Hi Andrew, how do I think that 62650 will look next week? Of course, some things will change. Just curious of what I'm getting." No problem. Let's see. This is for areas of Illinois. For Jacksonville, Illinois, this is in the western side. So, when it comes to the activity here, like I said, when it comes to activity here, as what we possibly can see here in the future, once again, this is in western Illinois here, as a future radar reference. Now, once again, as you did say, yeah, things will definitely likely change for you. However, according to this, you know, the merging of that little Pacific, low pressure system there coming from the southwest, and obviously this big snowmaker coming from the northwest, you're probably going to see mostly just rain out of this here. This would likely happen for the late 22nd through the 23rd. And then, of course, that cooler air is going to move through. But that's that. Now, that's according to the GFS. The European model here supports... Let's see. The European model kind of supports the same thing. So, mostly just normal rainfall. And honestly, I would stay tuned for maybe even a bit of storm activity. I mean, theoretically, it's possible. Far-fetched down in line, I mean, there theoretically could be enough instability in the atmosphere to maybe fire off some storms. I don't know. It's still a little early for that, as you know, but that's that. You know, that's kind of that's what we're looking at. So obviously, with things going on right now, you're looking at mostly just rain here for the most part. But that's that. Let's see here. But yeah. That's for you, Fairless. Let's see here. Moo says is 84720. Gonna be bad. Let's see here. So this is for Cedar City. This is right here towards. Okay, this is towards St. George. So for areas here towards Utah, southwest. So obviously we have that little Pacific system I was telling you about, but that's mostly gonna remain to your south. It looks like a bit of snow theoretically could be possible here for, let's see, this is probably here for out of the system. It might actually exist maybe throughout the 22nd. Yeah, no, according to the European model, it shows maybe a decent amount of snow there for the 22nd. Let's see, GFS, the American model. Yeah, this one also supports it there for the 22nd. So, Moo, I would watch out for maybe some snowfall there. According to the models here, maybe for the 22nd, let's try the GDPS. This is the Canadian model here. Canadian, yeah, also supports it. It looks quite probable. Maybe the 22nd, 23rd, you might be in line for perhaps maybe some snow. Which that's some good news. I know you like snow, so like I said, that's that. Let's see here. We got ourselves. Okay, we're gonna scroll down here. Let's see here. Alright, Blake says, my weather station is saying there could be an ice storm in western Michigan. Is that true? So, Blake, I honestly think that is a good possibility. Like I said, between several models, not just the main GFS, not just the European model or anything like that. There's a lot of things here. Let's see here. Proxy with a $70 donation? Are you serious, Proxy? Oh, thank you. Saying, just helping out an excellent channel. Keep up the great work, Andrew. Proxy, thank you. That's so nice. That's super sweet of you. Thank you so much. Proxy, that's very sweet. You did not have to do all that. Thank you. But with all the ice and stuff like that, I mean, according to models, there is a good possibility. Here's the GFS showing a possible sleet ice mixture being quite probable. The European model here, on the other hand, yeah, also does kind of support this. You know, you can kind of see that. Maybe supports some ice. So I'd say it's quite probable. But Proxy, thank you so much for that. That is super sweet. You did not have to do that. Big heart goes to you, Proxy. Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. That's just super sweet, Proxy. I can't get over that. Let's see here. Let's see. Angelina says, I have back surgery next week, Thursday the 23rd. Wondered if I could make it if the storm comes to Michigan. Well, first of all, Angelina, hope that everything goes okay with your back surgery. Just have to say that right off the bat. Hope everything goes good. Now, with the storm that's coming to Michigan, you said for the 23rd, right? So obviously, yeah, with all that happening there, this would be impacting on the 23rd. It more specifically depends. Are you in northern? If you're comfortable with sharing this, are you in northern or southern or central Michigan? That would determine a lot, because areas in the southern areas of Michigan is kind of talking more of an ice, kind of a sleet, freezing rain mixture. And areas for the northern stretch is kind of showing maybe more snow. And that's not just the European model. That's also the GFS, the main American model, showing that too. You can kind of see there. The GFS actually has more of that ice moving a bit more north, essentially. But that's that. You know, that's according to the GFS. The European model has that ice sleet mixture more south. Angelina says in mid-Michigan. Okay, so you're probably going to be dealing with probably some icy mess from what it looks quite possible. So, obviously, hopefully everything goes okay with that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Let's see here. Glad to have you guys here. Let's see here. FaZe says 4, 6, 5, 6, 7, please, for the 6th time. Like I said, all right, first of all, we're busy with other things there, FaZe, so... First of all, you don't got to be spamming 6 times already. You're going to have to accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to see your comment all the time, okay? Because, like I said, obviously I have to go through other people, and I have to look at I have to talk about with this system here. So I always can't do that. But anyways, before, in Indiana, you might need to watch out for this winter system, as it probably could be driving, more specifically, maybe just some rain, as it looks quite possible. Let's see here, but that's that. Let's see, Angelina says, thank you, Andrew. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. I got you. Hype says 98004. Got you covered here. Let's see, 98004. This is for Washington. Oh, you're all the way up in Washington State, my friend. Right here towards Seattle, east of Seattle, essentially. So, if we move our view up here to the northwest here, let's see. So, obviously, for your location, with this big cold system driving through, it honestly would not be impossible if we did see a bit of snowfall. Let's see. We're going to zoom this even more to Washington here. There's Seattle. Yeah, maybe more specifically rain for you, because since you're on that lower elevations, I mean, this is according to the GFS, by the way. Maybe more specifically rain. Now, for the mountaintops, obviously, most likely snow. But once that cold air kicks in, I mean, there is a little bit of support, maybe some snow towards the Seattle region. Let's see what the European model has to say about that. European model, yep, it's kind of the same thing. They're showing mostly snow for those upper elevations. However, it really doesn't show much. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're probably just going to stick with mostly rain from what it looks like. But that's that. Let's see here. ATR says, do I think that 29645 will have severe weather in the next coming weeks? Well, obviously, I don't like to forecast more than a week out, so obviously I can't tell you that right off the bat. However, this is in South Carolina. Okay, so like I said, I mean, there's a little possibility of a system that I was watching here for possible severe weather. Like I said, this is on this in particular system we're looking at here. Now, like I said, for South Carolina, it does not look probable anytime soon. So for you, my friend, I don't think so. Anything for Ohio, or will it miss us, says Maria. So for you, for Ohio, we might deal with a bit of rain out of this system. Here's the European model, maybe mostly just rainfall out of that. Not necessarily anything winter related, no snow, no sleet, no freezing rain, anything along those standards. Same thing does the GFS say. So both the GFS and the European does support mostly just rain. So yeah, no, you don't really got any of a snow concern. But once again, I mean, like I said, it's still a little early. I mean, if a little single shift to the south might actually bring some winter weather down there. But like I said, that's not a for sure thing. I mean, right now the models are actually in pretty decent agreement. I'm actually not going to lie with you guys. They're in pretty good agreement right now. Let's see. Robin wants me to take a look here at Alliance, Ohio. This is right here you're towards areas near Cleveland, just south of Cleveland. So kind of the same thing for you. Looking mostly as of now in kind of the terms of more specifically maybe just rain. Really nothing more and stuff like that. But let's see here. Okay. Thank you. Was planning on walking around downtown Sunday night. Gotcha. Let's see. Lloyd says, I was wondering about 57028. Okay, let's see here. So 57028. This is across South Dakota. Right here on the basically the eastern side. So yeah, South Dakota is obviously going to have a possible problem coming out of this system here, okay? Obviously probably going to have a possible problem. So we track our way down here in time out of this guy, and you can see the first round moves its way through, possibly here for like the pretty much the early 21st. Second wave comes here through the 22nd. Obviously, the second wave is looking a little bit more bigger than the first there. But yeah, so you're definitely going to be impacted by this from what it looks like. That's the GFS. The European model here also supports the same thing. The first round moving through on the 21st. Then obviously we have ourselves that secondary, the second wave essentially moving through the following day after that. So that's that. Let's see here. But that is indeed what we are seeing as of right now. Let's see here. What do I think about Central Indiana? So for Central Indiana, like I said, for the most part, it looks to be just in the form of rain out of this system here, as you can see. Yeah, mostly just a rain concern here. However, we are watching the possibility of maybe more possible severe weather. Like I said, it's not a for sure thing. The reason I'm saying that is because some of the models have been, supporting maybe a little bit of energy up there to maybe throw off a thunderstorm or two. But at this point, it's a little too early to talk about that. Well, let's see. Giraffe Lady says we are in North Carolina. The wind has blown all day. 2 trees fell. Wow, my next door neighbors and barely missed the house. And a friend who lives there near me just texted that their power just went out. Wow, that's crazy. That is really, really crazy there, Giraffe. And I obviously hope that they're okay. Let's see here. SD Gaming wants me to take a look here at a zip code. This is of 90706. This is in California, right here towards Los Angeles. So anything in the future for you guys? Let's see. Well, we're gonna take a look here at the blend of models. This is the National Weather Service blend of models. Obviously, taking a whole bunch of models together, blending them, basically giving a good idea in terms of the rainfall. Here, honestly, looking kind of dry. Not gonna lie. Actually, that rhymed. So honestly, for the 21st, 22nd, yeah, not showing too much. In the far extended range, like probably like a week out or so, it shows a bit of rain maybe for your region. But like once again, I don't like looking more than essentially 5 days out. Anything more than 5 days, it's very unpredictable unless you have some serious support backing it. And that's the whole reason we're talking about this system, is because for the last several days the models have been saying that. Not just the GFS, not just the European model, but all of the major models have been suggesting this for the last several days here. And plus, with that on top of it, I mean, you can already see the ingredients coming together here. Like I said, with this system that we're looking at right now, like I said, we have ourselves that little low pressure system right there. That's going to be the first step to this system here. And as you can see right here, we have a lot of moisture being kicked up to the northeast. You see that big jet, that big conveyor belt of just a lot of moisture moving through? That eventually is going to be moving down like this, cutting across the northwest, driving some snow, and then kind of hovering across, the central plains and moving through the Midwest region. So that's that. So that's that's what we're looking at, according to the models and stuff like that. And like I said, with this secondary area, this little low pressure system is going to actually drive its way in across portions of the Midwest, meeting up with this big jet of moisture, converging together into one system and creating a lot of potential havoc for the north. That's kind of the thing here. So that's kind of what we're looking at, is that converging pattern. And out of this little low pressure system, this could be the one that might drive possible severe weather for areas here, once again, towards the south. It theoretically could happen. Okay, it's possible. It is definitely possible. So that's just something we need to keep our eyes open for. For the next thing here. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see here. Thank you very much. Just walked to my house, saw that you were on. Thanks for the update. Means I got to get my snowblower going again. Gotcha. Well, you are very, very welcome, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see. Hype. You're going on vacation? I'm doing well. Vacation in Seattle right now. Really? Oh, that's right. Hype. I remember you telling me that. Yeah, that's right. You were actually telling me about that the other stream, weren't you? Well, I hope that you're doing good up there, my friend. Yeah, it definitely is pretty crazy. And that was the snow I was telling you about a while ago. So that just shows you how much support we've had. That was like, what, 3-4 days ago I told you that? That really shows you the support, that was still in the models then. I mean, Here, let me actually show you guys a little reference real quickly. This is probably going to surprise you quite a bit. We're going to drive down to the latest model. So here we go. So we have the GFS here with this big old system driving through. Oh, no, sorry, that's an 3-kilometer model. I was about to say, why is it not going down as far? Anyways, the GFS here, there you go. That big old system. So look at this. We track down 6 hours. Goes 6 hours previous to this model. Boom. Still there. 6 hours previous to this model. Boom. Still there. 6 hours, 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 and 6 hours. You can see that was like, what, 2-3 days or so of just constant support here. This is just a GFS model there, but the European model's been showing the same thing. I mean, you can see here a long time ago, you know, several days ago, how essentially, I mean, we were seeing, you know, really not much happening. This is for the 12th, actually. And the models really didn't start supporting the system until, like, the 14th. So, yeah, this has been about, what, 3 days now? It's been seriously in the models here. That's pretty crazy. That's actually really, really nuts there. But anyways, that's that. You know, that's kind of what we're looking at there, my friends. So overall, I mean, this system could definitely pack a punch here. You know, that's a for sure thing here. So, but we're gonna continue to watch this, my friends. And like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, I mean, like I said, hey, feel free to let me know. Like I said, we got you guys covered. I'm going to be here for you all to make sure you guys are at least aware of the situation. Like I said, we want you guys to be prepared for it. Like I said, I mean, it is still, you know, several days out here. I mean, there is a lot of models supporting it, which gives us a good amount of time to prepare for it, okay? Now, right now, I do want to mention there's a bit of snow shower activity kicking off across the Ohio Valley. Proxy, I don't know if you're still here, but did you get a bit of snow here earlier? Because it looks like a lot of snow moved through, like, northeastern Ohio, which looks pretty interesting. But anyways, that is that, my friends. And right now across the country, like I said, here's the current radar view. There's really not much happening though. But like I said, once we bring out that satellite imagery on GOES 17 on the western side of the world, yeah, you can already start to see that that activity starting to kick off there, which is definitely pretty crazy. Which I'm gonna bring out the lower level water vapor. Let's see, where's that? Water vapor lower. There we go. All right, let's see. So obviously with everything going on there, let's see, Conus. There you go. And you can really see that popping off right now. We're gonna see if we can pull this up. There we go. Perfect. Right there, you can see. So there's that low pressure area right there. So this right here, that's gonna be in charge of this next system essentially. Yeah, that is going to be in charge of this next system. Like I said, we have this guy. It's already rotating, and eventually, down in time, this is going to be moving up here. And this is going to be bringing that big snowstorm. It's going to be helping towards it. I mean, this thing is this thing's definitely rotating pretty good right now. Let's see here. Look at Middle Tennessee. This is Anthony. We'll look at that here in a second. It's been snowing in Ohio. This is Robin. Gotcha. Proxy says, hi, Andrew. Just very film of snow. Oh, retracted it. Okay. Anyways, well, I'll take that as a yes. Take that as a yes here. But Anthony, yeah, let's look here at Tennessee. So right now, obviously, I hate to burst your bubble or anything right now. There's not going to be any snow for Tennessee, if that's what you're wondering, anytime soon. We switch back over here to the models here. Like I said, obviously, yeah, your window for snow is kind of rapidly weakening here. There we go. Light film of snow that didn't stick. It's all gone now. Gotcha, Proxy. But yeah, I mean, down in time here, I mean, obviously we are probably going to deal with a bit of rainfall from what it looks like. As you can see here, GFS supporting, you know, out of the system, maybe a couple inches, you know, of rainfall could be possible. Wind gusts, I would assume the winds are going to be pretty strong out of this across the south. So I'd say that's definitely a good possibility. Oh, yeah. No, look at that. The GFS supports those winds here in the 30s and 40s. What the heck is going on there? 70 mile an hour? Nah, don't trust that. That's just a little... yeah, that's... Don't trust that, okay? Don't trust a 70 mile an hour wind gust. That's misleading. European model here on that aspect, though. Let's see for Tennessee here. Okay, yeah, that's right. That model does not go as far. Let's try 12Z, the previous 6 hours before that. Yeah, this one goes out further. Yeah, there you go. Now, that's more of a realistic standpoint. Maybe 30, 40 mile an hour could be possible. So overall, I mean, yeah, that's that. You know, that is definitely, that's definitely that there. Let's see here, but that's what we're looking at. Let's see, hype's is 70 mile an hour. Yeah, don't trust that hype. That's once again, that's just GFS being GFS. You know, I often refer to GFS sometimes as being the drunken model. This model loves to be drunk sometimes. You know, obviously just loves to spew out some, basically just spew out some misinformation sometimes. Yeah, that was just that little area. Don't trust it. Now, I'd say more realistic standpoint, wind gusts of probably 30 to 40 miles per hour. That seems more of like a more of like a good scenario. You know, a good projected scenario here, which I think it's going to be possible. Also, the cold temperatures that's going to probably be brought by this little system here. Really not too cold, nothing you're not really expected. But I tell you what, the South is going to be heating up quite a bit. Look at this. Ohio, I mean, we're talking like mid-upper 60s, which is crazy. Really, really crazy. Stewart's Draft, Virginia, pretty cold, says Moo. Right now, let's see. So Stewart's Draft being right here in Virginia. Obviously kind of right here in the mountain ranges. No, it's actually a little bit more warmer than normal due to this Gulf advection. You're probably wondering, what did I just say? Basically, like I said, what's going on here is that, you know, with all these constant systems that we've been seeing drive through, they've been driving up a lot of warm air from the Gulf of Mexico. So basically, you got to think, more closer you go, the more in the Gulf of Mexico, it's closer to the equator where there's more direct sunlight, essentially. Equator's further south than that, by the way. But they're closer to the equator, meaning they get a lot more sunlight, and obviously that heats up the surface a lot more. And all of that air is actually being blown into the United States and basically causing those temperatures to actually warm up a bit. So that's why it's been more warmer across the South recently. You know, with these low pressure systems, they rotate counterclockwise and basically just pulls up warm air and pulls down cold air from the left, essentially. That's that. Hopefully that makes sense for you. A lot of scribbles on the map right now, but that's that. Anthony says, is any of this going to be severe? Possibly. I think there's a possibility. I'm not entirely sure right now. Like I said, we take a look here over towards the Southern Plains region with that instability. Like I said, with that mixed layer cape there, which, like I said, typically over 500 is supported for severe weather. And like I said, we track our way down in time over the last few models. It's been showing the possibility of over 1,000. So that's theoretically, yeah, like I said, theoretically could indeed maybe see some severe weather out of this. It is possible. It is definitely possible. Javier says I'm in Odessa, Texas. Gotcha. Let's see here. You already told me that we're going to have snow here in South Dakota. You have any of the charts saying that what kind of amounts we're going to get? So, like I said, right now it is a little bit too early. Okay, so it's a little bit too early to tell exactly how much we're going to see out of this. However, I could show you what we're looking at possibly right now, but just please note, take this as a disclaimer that this will most certainly change. It will change. The accumulations will indeed change before the system gets here. But this is as of what the models are talking now. And honestly, I mean, I'm a little surprised at how well the models are actually agreeing with this right now. But, I mean, there's some areas here in that kind of maroon red color that's kind of showing over a foot being possible. I mean, theoretically, over a foot of snow could be possible. I'm going to highlight these areas here for a moment just to kind of show you. That's where the GFS is showing a foot or more, okay? Now, here, just to show you how good the models are agreeing on things right now, here's the European model. This one kind of has that snow, maybe push that foot boundary, maybe pushed up a little bit more to the north, essentially, for these regions there. So obviously, still kind of roughly in the same area, right? So still kind of roughly in that same boundary. Let's see, the GDPS model, the Canadian model, yeah, once again kind of shows that streak of maybe around, maybe that streak there around, once again, perhaps maybe 12 inches. I mean, there's a decent amount of agreement. Like I said, I'm really surprised how this far out the models are doing here. Let's see here. Javier with a $10 super chat. Oh, thank you so much, Javier. That's super nice of you. Thank you so much. Big double thumbs up goes to you, Javier. Everyone give Javier a big thank you for that. That's super sweet of you. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it, my friend. But like I said, yeah, I mean, it looks quite probable. You know, it definitely looks quite probable that some of these areas here may see over a foot. But once again, like I said, this is in some aspects will definitely change. Okay, not saying that a foot can't be possible. I'm just saying that right now, I mean, expect things to change a little bit. You know, by the time this gets here, because this is still like what 4, 5, 6 days out. Yeah, so that's that. But anyways, once again, Javier, thank you so much. That's super sweet of you. Let's see here, but that's that. Lloyd says, well, thank you very much. That shows my little hometown is going to get over a foot of snow. I suppose the wind is going to be blowing, too. Can't wait till summer. Yeah, I got you. And I tell you what, actually here, if I show you the wind gusts here, like I said, if I show you the wind gusts and everything like that here, let's see, surface precipitation, according to some of the models here, now I don't know exactly where you're at there, but we'll go ahead and bring out the blend of models here. Like I said, this takes a whole bunch of models and kind of throws them together here. Now, according to this here, you can kind of see there, for this system, we might be seeing those wind gusts maybe perhaps, 30 to 40 miles an hour. I mean, that's definitely possible. I think that's a good possibility there. In which that is something we should probably watch out there for. Is maybe some of those wind gusts there. Perhaps, like I said, perhaps maybe up to, maybe 30, 40 miles an hour. So, I mean, like I said, we theoretically could be in the boundary here for maybe just maybe a bit of blizzard-like conditions. I think that's possible. I really do. I do think that that's a possibility. For areas of like the Dakotas, we might be in a blizzard type of system here, which we'll definitely have to continue watching there. Absolutely. Let's see here. How's the accumulations for Toronto? Like I said, my models don't really like to go out that far. Let me try the Northeast. I don't think it's going to show much of anything. I don't think it's going to really show it. Toronto, let's see. So obviously Toronto here, let's see. This is right on this boundary. Let's see where Toronto's at. I'm trying to figure out exactly where it's at. Give me 1 second here. All right, so yeah, Toronto is basically on this little stretch right here. So yeah, Toronto is basically right over here. So according to the blend of models here, like I said, with snowfall and all that stuff, yeah, I mean, once again, it's still way too early out, but I'd say at least over 2 inches. I mean, could theoretically be possible. I think that is a possibility. Let's see here. Courtney with a $10 super chat. Are you serious, Court? Putting a smiley face. You did not have to do that. Court, thank you so much. Really appreciated. I'm gonna have to pay you back whenever I go upstairs. But anyways, Courtney, thank you. That's super sweet. That's very, very nice of you. Same thing to Javier. Thank you guys, both of you. Court, Javier, Proxy. You guys rock. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's that kind of what we're looking at. Once again, like I said, the models really don't do well over that far of a distance, but I'd say at least maybe an inch or so. I mean, I would expect an inch right now, which, like I said, really not much, but we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. But like I said, once again, everybody, if you have any questions, I mean, if there's anything that we can do for you, hey, feel free to let me know. We'll definitely make sure that you guys are staying up to date there. Once again, like I said, I mean, we are indeed. Like I said, we are indeed in the potential here of, seeing perhaps maybe a good amount of snow. This might be one of the last big snowstorms this year. I don't know. I mean, you never know, Mother Nature. It could obviously throw a few more before the year's up, but this is probably one of the last sets of big snowstorms that we're probably going to be seeing this year. So this is definitely one we need to watch out for. And like I said, I mean, the main concern areas as of this system here, it really shows for like Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin region. It really shows the heaviest kind of being around in those regions, right? And like I said, I mean, the European model, the GFS model, the Canadian GDPS model, the blend of models, they all suggest, every single one of them suggests the possibility there of over a foot of snow. Could be possible, Could theoretically be possible. Let's see here. Is Ohio going to get any? Severe weather? Probably not. Although it is a little early to tell. So I'm going to say probably should not. Yeah, like I said, I probably would not. Let's see. Courtney again. Are you serious? With a 5. Are you? Court, really? Saying thank you for having me anytime. You're always welcome here, Court. You are always welcome here. And I'm going to have to pay back now $15 whenever I go back upstairs. Once again, Court, you don't have to do that. That is super sweet. If you don't know, she's actually Courtney's my girlfriend, and she came down here to visit me for the week essentially. But no, you don't have to do this, Court. But thank you. That's super sweet. But anyways, that's that, my friends. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, and if there's anything that we can do for you, hey, make sure to let me know, and we'll continue to let you guys know what's going on here. Let's see. Let's actually take a look at the UK Met. This is a model we actually did not look at. This one is supporting. Like I said, this one's also supporting the possibility. Yeah, this one kind of ends out. So 144. Yeah, I mean this one does show a decent amount of snow, but that snow is still accumulating at the time that this model ends here. Rain says, I know this will change. Probably. And like I said, obviously, obviously the accumulations here will most certainly change here. Absolutely. But like I said, I mean, it's just something to mention, though, that how well these models are indeed supporting, this right here. I mean, look at this. This was as of yesterday, which was pretty crazy. I mean, look at this. This is just nuts. Just nuts. Let's see. Proxy with a $35 super chat. Dude, you guys are super sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Proxy, Courtney, all of you guys. Javier. Dude, you guys, thank you. That's super nice of you. That's super, super sweet. Big double thumbs up. Heart goes to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Love y'all out there. Thank you so much. Seriously. It's just super sweet of you. But, yeah, I mean, you can see just how dramatically the models have already changed here. I mean, essentially from, like I said, from yesterday's run to today's run. And like I said, today's run obviously showing a lot less snowfall. Which, like I said, I mean, this is a good example of why I believe things will definitely change. Once again, this is why you should essentially not trust the accumulations this far out. But like I said, it's something to keep an eye out there for, right? Something to definitely watch out there. But anyways, my friends, well, once again, if there's any other questions that you might have, like I said, feel free to let me know. Let's see, 23 inch for Minnesota. Yeah, hype. I would not trust that, though. Like I said, do not trust that those accumulations here as of right now. Yeah, it's still just simply a little bit too early, my friends. Still a little bit too early, but we'll see. Hey, we'll see how this plays out here. I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop of everything. Like I said, we actually did. Okay, so guys, I want to go ahead and say this. We have a shorts channel. I just created this. If you go to my main page, right? If you go to my main page, which you can see right here. There's my phone. Obviously, you can see the main page here with the live stream I'm doing right now. If you scroll down, you'll see this channel, right? Click on the channel, and it is NWW116 Shorts. Now, we post all of our shorts here. I actually literally just posted one. Here today. So if you guys want to subscribe, I would recommend subscribing to that. We post like daily weather updates on that shorts channel we're going to start doing here. That way we can obviously, give you guys short updates. For people on the run, if they got to go really quickly and they don't have time to watch a full-length video, you guys can quickly look at that shorts page and obviously stay up to date with it. And yeah, we're gonna keep you guys in the loop of everything like I said, we're going to keep you guys in the loop with everything, obviously, with this in particular system that's going to be kicking off here, for next week. I mean, like I said, it's definitely going to be a little bit concerning here. I mean, what the models are showing now, it's a little concerning, but we'll see. We'll just see how that plays off there. And like I said, obviously, it's going to be something we need to watch. That is 100% for sure. But anyways, my friends, well, I'll tell you what, I think we are going to be... like I said, I think that we are going to be heading off here very, very shortly. So if you guys have any last requests, feel free to let me know. Let's see. Hype says I'm proud to be Andrew's 19th subscriber for the source channel. Let's see how much we have now. Like I said, guys, consider hitting that subscribe button on this channel if you haven't already. Also, the shorts channel to make sure you guys are staying up to date and all that stuff. Which right now we have 23 subscribers on our shorts channel. We just created this here last night, so we'll keep you guys updated on it. and all that fun stuff. But once again, any last requests from you guys, and we'll like I said, we'll take a look at it, whatever you're wanting to look for and stuff like that. But like I said, just know that you guys matter. You guys absolutely rock. I love all of y'all out there, and like I said, just please stay safe with the all the crazy weather. With like I said, finally, I mean, right now, like I said, we take a look here over at the main view of the country. We'll turn off the satellite for a second. We'll turn on the national radar. Like I said, right now, I mean, this is literally the radar view right now. It is just completely dead, essentially. We have a little bit of moisture basically kicking off across the northeast here. This was driving some snow. This is now moving off and out. We got a bit of snow activity, actually. Yeah, we got a little bit of, a little bit of snow that's actually kicking off across, like, the Ohio Valley regions, which, like I said, obviously that's just, not really expected to drive any accumulations or anything. But yeah, across a lot of the central country, a lot of the central western, it is just completely dry for the most part. So honestly, we're over the next little bit, over the next day or so, we are literally looking pretty golden. We're looking pretty golden. Let's see. Cole says, "Am I streaming tomorrow?" Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. But that is what we're looking at. He said, "My last request is to send you my best of British greetings." Well, thank you so much, Catherine. Greatly appreciated, and obviously my biggest greetings go to you too from the U.S. Let's see here. Rain says, "Please let this be the last snow event here." I mean, I can't tell you yes or no on that because obviously we just simply don't know. But we'll see. We'll just have to see here. Kim says, "What does it look like over Michigan?" So Kim, out of this one, it looks like it could be pretty interesting here. Due to multiple models, it looks like we might be in the line of some snow and a lot of, like I said, from some snow and a lot of mixture precipitation. Looks quite possible. Let me actually go ahead and show you this here really, really quickly. So the GFS model, whenever it comes to the precipitation type and all that fun stuff, like I said, we look here over at the state of Michigan. We track our way down here in time, for this system, and you can see how there's a lot of orange and a lot of purplish pink and blue. The blue up here is obviously showing some snow. The purple is showing kind of some sleet, little ice pellets, and the orange is showing freezing rain. So a lot of ice could be possible between the purple and the orange there, with the snow hanging there out towards like the northern areas of Michigan. So that's something to definitely watch out for. Definitely quite possible. Really kicking off here for like the late 22nd, essentially moving on down in time. Now for whenever you look at the ECMWF model, this is the European model. This in particular model supports, honestly, let's see, we're going to have to drop down and run here because that one does not go out as far yet. However, this one does show kind of the same thing, although kind of maybe the snow being a little bit further south, compared to what, compared to what the GFS American model has to say. So it really just depends on which model you look at. Like I said, obviously, each model has its own little opinion and stuff like that. But you can see here, I mean, seriously, the snow is quite possible for northern Michigan as of now. Once again, this can still change, but yeah, also some ice could be a big possibility for Michigan too. So you might want to watch out You might want to watch out for that. So, but anyways, yeah, once again, I see this. Kim, thank you so much for subscribing too. I actually just see that on my end here. Thank you so much for that. That is super, super, super sweet of you. Let's see. We Michigan don't need any more. Yeah, I don't blame you there. Let's see. Indianapolis next week, says Eli. So Eli, honestly, what I think is going to happen for you guys, or at least what's presented right now, is literally nothing more than just some rain. If you're wondering about any frozen precipitation, any snow, freezing rain, sleet, any of that stuff, I don't think so. As of right now, anyways, it does not look like that. Let's see here. Michigan getting much of everything, says Hype. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Michigan will be getting probably a mixture of a lot, essentially. Let's see here. I'm in Southeast, and it's not showing anything, I don't think. So Southeast Michigan. Let's see here. So let me switch back over here to Michigan for you real quickly. According to the ECMWF model, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how far southeast you are. But, yeah, I mean, according to the European model, it shows a lot of potential ice. But once again, I mean, this is something to not take so serious right now. Like I said, this is something to not take so serious right now. But like I said, you can see there, I mean, also the GFS shows that. But then it turns into rain as the temperatures get above freezing, apparently. So, yeah, it's just a little too early for that. To get that specific, to get that technical with everything, it's a little too early. Did I hear about Twister 2? I did. When is it going to come out here? Let's see, I don't need any more either, says Rain. Rain, what state are you in, by the way? I remember always when I mentioned, like, the upper Midwest region, you're always, like, talking about snow. Which state are you from, Rain? But anyways, but that's that, guys. You know, that is kind of what we are looking at, my friends. That's kind of what we're talking about. Once again, any final requests to you? If you guys have any final questions, I mean, feel free to let me know. If not, that is going to wrap it up here for tonight. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. It'd be greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you so much. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? We are getting so close. So if you guys could, if you would like to support it, like I said, you guys can share this with your friends and family too. It'd be greatly appreciated. It'll help us out, help everybody out. Let's see, 3 Lakes, Wisconsin, says Rain. Gotcha. Gotcha. I had a feeling you were up there somewhere. Yeah, Wisconsin. So you're not in Michigan. You're for some reason I was thinking you were in Michigan, but no, you're in Wisconsin. Not too far, essentially. Anyways, it's coming out July 19th, 2024. Really? Is that like official date? That's cool. Let's see. We had a lot of ice last night and today. Gotcha, Kim. Let's see. I've lost hope in the winter, says Hype. Yeah, a lot of people have. It's been pretty crazy. Let's see, Aaron. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Hello from Corliss, of course. I'm supported all. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Kim says thank you so much. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Aaron says Florida. Well, glad to have you here, Aaron. Like I said, I was in Florida a little bit ago, which I miss Florida. Some reason I do, some reason I don't. But all right, well, my friends, well, once again, thank you all so much for joining us. You guys absolutely rock. Like I said, that's going to wrap it up here for tonight. We were live here for about an hour and a half. I think we got some good coverage on tonight's live stream. Once again, if you guys did enjoy it, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends and family. Once again, a huge shout out goes to all of our supporters, all of our donators for today. Ryan, thank you so much. Proxy, thank you so much. Javier, thank you. Courtney, of course. Obviously, you guys, thank you so much. You guys absolutely rock. Let's see here. Proxy says, Andrew, thank you so much for another terrific live stream. Thanks for all you do for us. No problem, Proxy. And once again, thank you for all of your very, very kind support. That's super sweet of you, Proxy. Just know you don't have to do all that for the channel. But just know it definitely helps out a lot. And I cannot say anything else, but just thank you. And if there's anything we can do for your Proxy, hey, please let us know. But all right, my friends. Well, once again, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. Like I said, we're going to finish this off with a little radar update. Across the northeast, everything is moving out of the way. That is this cold front here that drove all that nasty severe weather here. Finally coming to an end. That cold front is depleting across portions of Florida, now moving out, which is good news. A bit of snow shower activity for the Ohio Valley would not be impossible if we see a little bit of snow or really no accumulations. Central country, completely dry. Northwest, maybe a little bit of precipitation here towards Washington. It kind of looks like a little bit of stuff starting to pop up here on the radar view. Could be possible, so keep that in mind. But all right, my friends. Well, once again, thank you all so much for joining us. You guys absolutely rock and everything like that. But that is what we're seeing here. Let's see here. Let's see. Seattle is weird because it rains in Seattle, but it snows around it. Yeah, it is really weird. It's those upper elevation type that does that. Moo says tomorrow, if I get B-Day money, I'm going to donate. Moo, don't worry about it. Keep your money. Save your birthday money. Obviously, happy birthday there, Moo. Let's see here. Good night, everyone. I won't be able to be online this weekend, but I'll try my best. Sounds good, Hype. Well, good to see you and everything. Hope everything goes with you. Hope everything goes good with you. Let's see here. But anyways, Courtney says good night, everyone. See ya. See ya. Let's see. Kim says have a good night. You too, Kim. Thank you for joining us once again. Thank you for subscribing as well. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. All right, my friends. Well, I love y'all. Stay safe out there. Like I said, keep warm and all that fun stuff here. Let's see. Before I go, Moo wants me to take a look here at 84790. Yeah, we can do that real quick for you. Why not? Let's see. We'll pull this up. We'll do it for the birthday girl here. Let's see. So we have, this is in St. George. Oh, yeah, like I was saying, Moo, you're probably going to see some snow. You're probably going to see some snow. I don't know if you heard me say that or not, but it looks quite probable. It definitely looks quite probable out of the system we're talking about here. So let's see. So we're going to switch back over here to pivotal weather for a second. So according to things here, at least at the GFS, as you can see, we tracked down it here in time. Whoop, a little too far in time. There you go. So that kind of does show maybe a little bit of snowfall, kind of here for like essentially the 22nd is kind of what it shows. Possibly. Now, just know this could still probably change. It's still a few days out, but as of now, it looks quite possible. St. George, yeah, also showing on the European model there too, a bit of snow being possible. Once again for the 22nd. So keep that in mind. And all that stuff. Catherine says bye. See you later, Catherine. Thank you for joining us and everything like that. Let's see here. Let's see. My location to St. George. Let's see. Not just But in my location too. Yeah, yeah, Moo, you're gonna see. You're possibly. I mean, you might see some snow for St. George. Yeah, it's definitely a good possibility. It is a good possibility, my friend. But all right, guys. Well, once again, thank you all so much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and set to the ending screen here now, my friends. Like I said, once again, thank you all so much for joining. Y'all absolutely rock. Once again, love y'all. Stay safe out there. Bundle up because it's going to get a little bit cooler this week. For the north, anyways. For the eastern country, it's going to probably remain, like I said, it's probably going to remain a little bit warm as we are seeing the system drive through, pulling up a lot of air from the Gulf of Mexico, essentially, into all that stuff. But anyways, my friends, well, once again, thank you all for joining us. We're going to go ahead and head off here in approximately 2 minutes. That way, if you guys have anything you want to say to your friends and family, go ahead and say that now, my friends. And until next time, my friends, like I said, we'll catch you guys tomorrow during the live stream, and I hope to see you guys there. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Love you all. Stay safe out there. Bundle up, and we'll catch you guys here in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See you tomorrow.
Cloudy. Highs in the lower 50s. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Here is the National Weather Service extended forecast for Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and vicinity. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain and snow showers. Highs around 50. Chance of precipitation 30%. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain showers. Lows in the lower 30s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain showers. Highs in the upper 40s. Wednesday night, rain likely. Lows in the upper 30s. Chance of rain 70%. Thursday, partly sunny with a 50% chance of rain. Highs in the upper 50s. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain showers. Lows around 30. Friday, mostly sunny and brisk. Highs in the lower 40s. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton Airport, it was cloudy. The temperature was 27 degrees, the dew point 19, and the relative humidity 72%. The wind was north at 17 miles per hour. The pressure was 29.99 inches and rising. Around eastern Pennsylvania, at Mount Pocono, it was cloudy. The temperature was 22 degrees. The wind was gusting to 44. At Hazleton, it was cloudy. The temperature was 28 degrees. At Allentown, it was cloudy. The temperature was 33 degrees. At Harrisburg, it was cloudy. The temperature was 36 degrees.